Hello and welcome back to my programming lab exercises. In this tutorial we are going to implement the HTML5 drop-down menu using Bootstrap. So Bootstrap is a package which contains compiled CSS and JavaScript files which will enable us to use them directly in our project files. So a much sophisticated CSS and JavaScript functionalities can be added to our project using these bootstrap files. Now let us jump into the code how we can implement the drop-down menu using bootstrap files. So here we go. So we have the code here. So as usual we'll start off with HTML tag, and after that we have the head section, and in that we have added a bootstrap file related to the CSS, and then we'll see what we have in the body section. So in the body we have an h1 with some description, and after that I have a division with a class called as dropdown, and after that I have a button with some attributes such as class, type, ID, data toggle, area has pop-up, area expanded. So data toggle, area has pop-up, and area expanded are all user-defined attributes for the button element. And after that we have division with a class called as drop-down menu, area labeled by drop-down menu button. And in this particular division we have some anchor elements with the class called as drop-down item, and we also have href being equal to the hash value. So the various class names, ID names, and some other attributes and their values. So the definition of all of these class names and IDs are all defined in the bootstrap files. So we need not worry about what the CSS and what JavaScript functionality have been written for the respective class name or any other type of attribute and its values. It's already defined. We just have to use it according to our need. So this is the body of this particular web page, and we'll see what this CSS file we have included here. So here it is. We have given the link tag along with rel equal to style sheet, and href is equal to this particular URL, that is maxcdn.bootstrap.com/bootstrap 4.0.0 css bootstrap.min.css. So this is the file in which all the CSS related stuff is defined, and that we are directly accessing. So maxcdn is the CSS file or the JavaScript file which is stored in the online, and we can get this link from the website. Okay, I'll just show the website through which you can get this URL and directly access the CSS and JavaScript files. On the similar lines with respect to CSS, we also have added some JavaScript files at the end of the body section. The first script is related to the jQuery. So jQuery is an extended version of JavaScript which will help us in building the web apps with much more dynamic capabilities. And from that we have included the slim.min.js which will help us in building the drop-down menu in a much sophisticated fashion. And after that we have one more script with the name called as popper.min.js, which is again helpful in building this drop-down menu. And at last we have one more script file, that is bootstrap.min.js. So this is the main file of JavaScript which will help us in getting this drop-down menu working in a much smoother fashion. Okay. So no need to worry about this cross origin and integrity and all those things. So this is all defined just to make it compatible to all the devices and all the types of browsers. Okay. So now let us go to the browser and see how we can get these URLs, that is bootstrap max CDN files. Okay. So in the Google I'll say bootstrap download. Okay. And once we get this, we'll access this first URL, first link, that is getbootstrap.com, and in that we have got the entire bootstrap file which is being compiled with CSS and JS. We can directly download this and include it in our project, and we can use the files that are downloaded. Otherwise, we can also do this using bootstrap CDN links. Okay, so these are the four links that we have used in our drop-down menu web page. So this is the first link that we need to include in the head section, and we have a script here with bootstrap.min.js file. That is why we have included this script after the body section. On the similar lines, we also have two more script files which are defined here. We can use these things to get the bootstrap features into our project. So I have copied all these four links and pasted into my the code, posted into my HTML file. So this is it. Let us execute this and see how this will work out. Yeah, so here it is. We have the execution. So we have a button called as web programming languages, and once I move my cursor, a bit of color is changed automatically with the help of bootstrap. You can simply make it out. The color is changed, and once I click on this button, I'll be able to see the drop down, and the background color also changes once I move my cursor to the contents of my drop down. Okay. So this is how we can execute the drop down menu with the help of bootstrap files. We will not be worried about the CSS stylings. It is all taken care by our bootstrap files. This will minimize the code as well as minimize the effort taken to write the CSS as well as JavaScript. This is how we can implement the HTML5 bootstrap drop down menu. Thank you.